بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful.
طاسين تلك آيات القرآن وكتاب مبين هدى وبشرى للمؤمنين الذين يقيمون الصلاة ويؤتون الزكاة وهم بالآخرة هم يوقنون إن الذين لا يؤمنون بالآخرة زينا لهم أعمالهم فهم يعمهون أولئك الذين لهم سوء العذاب وهم في الآخرة هم الأخسرون وإنك لتلقى القرآن من لدن حكيم عليم.
Tasin. It was mentioned previously in the chapter of Al-Baqarah about separate letters that appear in the beginning of some chapters. These are the verses of the sacred book, the Quran, which was revealed very clearly of content of laws, knowledge, and clear information. These verses are guidance and glad tidings to the true believers, whom follow and believe, and whom perform their 5 prayers and give their zakat, charity, and whom believe in the hereafter. But for those whom do not believe in the hereafter, we beautify their deed so it looks good in their eyes, and they are always confused about it. Those will receive humiliation in this life and great loss in the hereafter. You, O Prophet, are receiving the Quran from Allah, the All-Wise and the All-Knowing.
إذ قال موسى لأهله إني آنست نارا سآتيكم منها بخبر أو آتيكم بشهاب قبس لعلكم تصطلون فلما جاءها نودي أن بورك من في النار ومن حولها وسبحان الله رب العالمين. يا موسى إنه أنا الله العزيز الحكيم وألق عصاك فلما رآها تهتز كأنها جان ولا مدبرا ولم يعقب يا موسى لا تخف إني لا يخاف لدي المرسلون إلا من ظلم ثم بدل حسنا بعد سوء فإني غفور رحيم. وأدخل يدك في جيبك تخرج بيضاء من غير سوء في 9 آيات إلى فرعون وقومه إنهم كانوا قوما فاسقين.
Mention the story of Moses when he traveled with his family from the Midian to Egypt, and he told them to wait for him, and he seeks some fire to give them warmth, saying, I will bring you some of it. So when he approached the fire, he was called, Blessed is he whom approaches this fire, as of divine light, and blessed is whom is in this sacred place. And all praise to Allah, the Lord of all the worlds. O Moses, the fact is that I am Allah, the Almighty, the All-Wise. Put your staff on the ground. When Moses put it down, he saw it turning into a snake, and he got scared. So he turned his back, retreating, and did not look behind. Then we said, O Moses, do not fear. Verily, I am the One. In his presence, messengers should not fear. Except the one who commits a sin, then repents, and changes his acts to good deeds. I am, to such a person, most forgiving, very merciful. Put your hand in your pocket. It will come out sparkling white with no harm. These are 2 signs from among 9 signs, which you shall show to the Pharaoh and his people. They are truly rebellious people.
فلما جاءتهم آياتنا مبصرة قالوا هذا سحر مبين وجحدوا بها واستيقنتها أنفسهم ظلما وعلوا فانظر كيف كان عاقبة المفسدين ولقد آتينا داود وسليمان علما وقال الحمد لله الذي فضلنا على كثير من عباده المؤمنين وورث سليمان داود وقال يا أيها الناس علمنا منطق الطير وأوتينا من كل شيء إن هذا لهو الفضل المبين وحشر لسليمان جنوده من الجن والإنس والطير فهم يوزعون حتى إذا أتوا على واد النمل قالت نملة يا أيها النمل ادخلوا مساكنكم لا يحطمنكم سليمان وجنوده وهم لا يشعرون فتبسم ضاحكا من قولها وقال رب أوزعني أن أشكر نعمتك التي أنعمت علي وعلى والدي وأن أعمل صالحا ترضاه وأدخلني برحمتك في عبادك الصالحين.
So when our signs came to them as an eye-opener, they said, "This is clear magic." They rejected the signs out of sheer injustice and arrogance, although in their hearts they were convinced of the truth. See how terrible is the destiny of those transgressors. Note, Allah caused them to get drowned in the sea. We granted knowledge to Prophet David and Prophet Solomon, and they said, "All true praise to Allah, whom exalted us over many of the believing servants." Solomon inherited David in the prophecy, kingdom, and knowledge, and he said, "O people, we have been taught the language of the birds, and we have been given knowledge with everything essential. Truly, this is what Allah has bestowed on us, a great favor of His grace." There were armies of humans, jinn and birds, whom all worked for Solomon. In a great, well-organized order, all of them were kept under his control. One day, Solomon and his army were marching close to a valley of the ants. Then Solomon heard one of the ants say, "O my tribe of ants, enter your dwelling places and be careful, because Solomon and his army are marching here. They might destroy us unknowingly." So Solomon smiled in happiness that he heard that comment from the ant, and he prayed to Allah, saying, "O Allah, guide me always, so I offer thanks and praise you for the blessings you bestowed on me and on my parents, and help me to do righteous deeds to please you, and admit me into paradise with your mercy among your righteous slaves."
وتفقد الطير فقال ما لي لا أرى الهدهد أم كان من الغائبين لأعذبنه عذابا شديدا أو لأذبحنه أو ليأتيني بسلطان مبين فمكث غير بعيد فقال أحطت بما لم تحط به وجئتك من سبأ بنبأ يقين إني وجدت امرأة تملكهم وأوتيت من كل شيء ولها عرش عظيم وجدتها وقومها يسجدون للشمس من دون الله وزين لهم الشيطان أعمالهم فصدهم عن السبيل فهم لا يهتدون ألا يسجدوا لله الذي يخرج الخبأ في السماوات والأرض ويعلم ما تخفون وما تعلنون الله لا إله إلا هو رب العرش العظيم قال سننظر أصدقت أم كنت من الكاذبين اذهب بكتابي هذا فألقه إليهم ثم تول عنهم فانظر ماذا يرجعون.
Once Solomon reviewed the birds working for him, and he said, "How come I do not see the hoopoe? Is he purposely absent? I will punish him severely. I might execute him, or else he must give me a valid reason for his absence." But the hoopoe came soon after, saying to Solomon, "I got some information that you do not have. I just came back from the city of Sheba, a territory in what was later called Yemen, with very important news." The hoopoe said, "I found a woman ruling this area, and she has been given everything that she requires, and she has a magnificent throne. I found her and her people worshiping the sun instead of Allah, and Satan had made their deeds fair-looking to them, so that they are proud of their practice. So they are not following the straight path, and they are not guided to worship Allah alone. Satan had done that, and they do not worship Allah, while Allah is He who knows the hidden secrets in the heavens and the earth, and He knows what people show or conceal in their minds. Allah, there is no other, and there cannot be, nor deserve to be, any whom is worshipped but Him, the Lord of the mighty throne." Solomon told the hoopoe, "We will look into that and see if you are being true and saying the truth, or you are one of the liars." Solomon told the hoopoe, "Take this book or letter and deliver it to the people of Sheba. Then withdraw a little from them and see what is their response."
قالت يا أيها الملأ إني ألقي إلي كتاب كريم إنه من سليمان وإنه بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألا تعلوا علي وأتوني مسلمين. قالت يا أيها الملأ أفتوني في أمري ما كنت قاطعة أمرا حتى تشهدون. قالوا نحن أولو قوة وأولو بأس شديد والأمر إليك فانظري ماذا تأمرين. قالت إن الملوك إذا دخلوا قرية أفسدوها وجعلوا أعزة أهلها أذلة وكذلك يفعلون. وإني مرسلة إليهم بهدية فناظرة بما يرجع المرسلون.
The hoopoe went to Belkis, the queen of Sheba, and dropped the letter at her. She said, "O my chief men, I received a very noble letter. It is from Solomon, and it says, 'In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the ever merciful, do not exalt against me, and come to me, in submission as Muslims, in order to worship only Allah and obey Him.'" She said, "My chiefs, give me your opinions, as I will not make a decision without consulting you." They replied to her, "We are people whom have strong power and a strong army, but the decision is up to you, so you can give an order of what you think." She said, in warning, "Surely, and in fact, when kings enter a town, they ruin it and humiliate its people." She said, "I'm going to send them a significant gift and wait to see what response the envoy brings back."
فلما جاء سليمان قال أتمدونني بمال فما آتاني الله خير مما آتاكم بل أنتم بهديتكم تفرحون ارجع إليهم فلنأتينهم بجنود لا قبل لهم بها ولنخرجنهم منها أذلة وهم صاغرون.
When the queen's envoy came to Solomon with that gift, he said, "Do you bring a gift to me while Allah has given me all the wealth and power which exceeds all of what you have? You seem to be happy to receive gifts because you are so attached to this material world." He said, "Go back to your people. We shall certainly come down upon your town with our mighty army, which you cannot survive, and we shall drive you out of your land in a disgraced manner, if you do not leave what you worship and worship Allah alone."
قال يا أيها الملأ أيكم يأتيني بعرشها قبل أن يأتوني مسلمين. قال عفريت من الجن أنا آتيك به قبل أن تقوم من مقامك وإني عليه لقوي أمين. قال الذي عنده علم من الكتاب أنا آتيك به قبل أن يرتد إليك طرفك فلما رآه مستقرا عنده قال هذا من فضل ربي ليبلوني أأشكر أم أكفر ومن شكر فإنما يشكر لنفسه ومن كفر فإن ربي غني كريم. قال نكروا لها عرشها ننظر أتهتدي أم تكون من الذين لا يهتدون. فلما جاءت قيل أهكذا عرشك قالت كأنه هو وأوتينا العلم من قبلها وكنا مسلمين. وصدها ما كانت تعبد من دون الله إنها كانت من قوم كافرين. قيل لها ادخل الصرح فلما رأته حسبته لجة وكشفت عن ساقيها قال إنه صرح ممرد من قوارير. قالت رب إني ظلمت نفسي وأسلمت مع سليمان لله رب العالمين.
Solomon then turned to his army of jinn, devils, and human soldiers, saying, "Whom can bring me her throne before we will make them submit?" One of the strong jinn, devils, said, "I will bring it to you before you rise up from your place. Surely I am expert enough to bring it, as is." Then another man who knows the scripture, he knows the greatest name of Allah, said, "I will bring it to you before you close your eyes." When Solomon saw her throne right before his eyes, he said, "This is due to the grace of my Lord, Allah. He may test my inner self to show whether I am grateful for all of his favors or ungrateful, and whomever thanks is for him Allah, and whomever denies Allah's favors is on his own. And let him remember that Allah is self-sufficient, needs nothing, and most generous." Solomon said, "Make her throne look a little bit different. We will see if she will be able to identify it or not." When she arrived, it was said to her, "Is that your throne?" She said, "It seems to be the same." So Solomon felt that she is on the straight path, and she felt Allah's power, and felt that Solomon is his messenger. And Solomon said, "We had been given the knowledge even before this, and we have submitted to Allah's order of following Islam." She was held back from worshiping Allah alone by what she worshipped before with her disbelieving people. She was told to enter the palace, Solomon's palace. When she entered, she saw water, so she lifted her dress a little bit up, showing her feet so as to cross the water. Then she realized that it was floor of glass, and the water is underneath it. At this point, she realized the huge kingdom of Solomon, and she said, "My Lord, I had surely wronged myself, and now I submit along with Solomon to Allah, the Lord of all the worlds." Note, she regretted the days when she worshipped the sun instead of Allah.
ولقد أرسلنا إلى ثمود أخاهم صالحا أن اعبدوا الله فإذا هم فريقان يختصمون قال يا قوم لم تستعجلون بالسيئة قبل الحسنة لولا تستغفرون الله لعلكم ترحمون قالوا اطيرنا بك وبمن معك قال طائركم عند الله بل أنتم قوم تفتنون وكان في المدينة 9 رهط يفسدون في الأرض ولا يصلحون قالوا تقاسموا بالله لنبيتنه وأهله ثم لنقولن لوليه ما شهدنا مهلك أهله وإنا لصادقون ومكروا مكرا ومكرنا مكرا وهم لا يشعرون فانظر كيف كان عاقبة مكرهم أنا دمرناهم وقومهم أجمعين فتلك بيوتهم خاوية بما ظلموا إن في ذلك لآية لقوم يعلمون وأنجينا الذين آمنوا وكانوا يتقون.
We sent to Thamud their brother Salam, whom said, "Worship Allah alone. Do not associate another god with him." When he said that, they split into 2 parties. One believed him, the other disbelieved. Prophet Salam said to the disbelievers, "O my people, why do you seek evil to come sooner before good? Why do you not seek forgiveness from Allah so that you are treated with mercy?" Note, Prophet Salam asked his people, "Why do you seek to hasten on evil rather than good?" asking for a sign of destruction. If you do not follow me, rather than choosing the good way of obedience, and Allah will make your life better. They said to Saleh, "We suffered from your bad omen, from you and your followers." He said, "Your suffering is due to your disobedience to Allah, whom punished you for your bad deeds, and you people will be tested with good and bad to get differentiated." There were 9 gangs of men in this town, which is called Al-Hajir, situated in northwestern part of what was later called Saudi Arabia. Those men were making mischief on the land and did not put things right. These 9 gangs told each other, "We shall kill Salam and his family in the night, and then we will say to his relatives, because they need to take revenge, that we were not present at the time and place of his murder, and we are really truthful." So they plotted this plan against Saleh, but we plotted a higher plan, of which they were not aware, and their plot was in vain. So look, O Prophet, how bad was the end of them. We destroyed them and their people altogether before they could do any harm to Prophet Saleh. So their houses are lying there empty because of their acting unjustly. In that is a great sign to the people whom know and think clearly. We saved those whom believed Saleh and his followers, whom fear Allah's punishment.
ولوطا إذ قال لقومه أتأتون الفاحشة وأنتم تبصرون أئنكم لتأتون الرجال شهوة من دون النساء بل أنتم قوم تجهلون فما كان جواب قومه إلا أن قالوا أخرجوا آل لوط من قريتكم إنهم أناس يتطهرون فأنجيناه وأهله إلا امرأته قدرناها من الغابرين وأمطرنا عليهم مطرا فساء مطر المنذرين.
We sent Prophet Lot to his people. Remember when he said to them, "Do you commit the shameful act while you can see its shamefulness?" He said, "Is it that you choose to have sex with men instead of women? No, you are people that went mad, and this terrible act of ignorance, nobody before you had done it. You were destroying Allah's order, and you will be punished." So their reply was naught else but that they said, "Expel Lot and his family out of the land, because they are a people of extra purity." No, they were mocking Prophet Lot. So we saved Lot and his family, except his wife. We ordained her to remain among those who stayed behind, because she was on the side of the bad-acting people. We destroyed that town with a terrible rain of stones. How bad is that rain to those whom were warned?
قل الحمد لله وسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى الله خير أما يشركون أمن خلق السماوات والأرض وأنزل لكم من السماء ماء فأنبتنا به حدائق ذات بهجة ما كان لكم أن تنبتوا شجرها أإله مع الله بل هم قوم يعدلون أمن جعل الأرض قرارا وجعل خلالها أنهارا وجعل لها رواسي وجعل بين البحرين حاجزا أإله مع الله بل أكثرهم لا يعلمون أمن يجيب المضطر المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء ويجعلكم خلفاء الأرض أإله مع الله قليلا ما تذكرون.
O Prophet, say, all true and perfect praise belongs to Allah, and peace be upon His servants whom He had chosen. Whom is to be preferred, Allah or those things they associate with Him? Ask them, whom created the heavens and the earth, and sent down water as rain, to vegetate the earth's soil, and produce all kinds of beautiful fruits and vegetables? You had no power to get them growing. Is there any God along with Allah? There is none yet. There are people whom associate partners to Him, and deviate from the right path. Or whom is the one that made the earth a habitable place, and made the rivers amidst it, and raised mountains to stabilize the earth, and put a barrier between two seas? One is salty, and one is sweet to be drinkable. Is there any God along with Allah? No, there is not. Yet most people do not have knowledge or think. Or whom is the one that answers the distressed person when he calls on him and removes his stress? And whom is that makes you a ruler in this land? Is there any God along with Allah? So little you heed in advice and consider His signs around you.
أَمَّن يَهْدِيكُمْ فِي ظُلُمَاتِ الْبَرِّ وَالْبَحْرِ وَمَن يُرْسِلُ الرِّيَاحَ بُشْرًا بَيْنَ يَدَيْ رَحْمَتِهِ أَإِلَٰهٌ مَّعَ اللَّهِ تَعَالَى اللَّهُ عَمَّا يُشْرِكُونَ أَمَّن يَبْدَأُ الْخَلْقَ ثُمَّ يُعِيدُهُ وَمَن يَرْزُقُكُم مِّنَ السَّمَاءِ وَالْأَرْضِ أَإِلَٰهٌ مَّعَ اللَّهِ قُلْ هَاتُوا بُرْهَانَكُمْ إِن كُنتُمْ صَادِقِينَ قُل لا يعلم من في السماوات والأرض الغيب إلا الله وما يشعرون أيان يبعثون بل ادارك علمهم في الآخرة بل هم في شك منها بل هم منها عمون.
Or whom is the one that guides you in depth of darkness on the land and the sea? And whom is the one that sends the winds bearing good news before His mercy? Is there any God along with Allah? Highly exalted is Allah, above all things they associate. Or whom is the one that originated the creation, that keeps on repeating and reproducing it? And whom provides for your sustenance from the heavens and earth? Is there any God along with Allah? Say, bring forward your proof if you are truthful in your claim. Say, no one in the heavens and earth knows the unseen except Allah. But Allah knows, and He knows when they will be raised up from their graves to life again after death. But they do not know any of that. No, the truth is that their knowledge about the hereafter has found its limits. Rather, they are in doubt about the life after death. Rather, they are totally blind to it and to the existence of God Himself.
وقال الذين كفروا أإذا كنا ترابا وآباؤنا أإنا لمخرجون لقد وعدنا هذا نحن وآباؤنا من قبل إن هذا إلا أساطير الأولين قل سيروا في الأرض فانظروا كيف كان عاقبة المجرمين ولا تحزن عليهم ولا تكن في ضيق مما يمكرون ولا تكن في ضيق مما يمكرون ويقولون متى هذا الوعد إن كنتم صادقين قل عسى أن يكون ردف لكم بعض الذي تستعجلون وإن ربك لذو فضل على الناس ولكن أكثرهم لا يشكرون وإن ربك ليعلم ما تكن صدورهم وما يعلنون وما من غائبة في السماء والأرض إلا في كتاب مبين.
The disbelievers said, "Is it real? If we turn to bones or dust, are we going to come back to life? Indeed, we have been given that promise of coming back to life before, and also our forefathers, but such a thing is nothing other than tales of the ancient. So tell them, travel in the land and see what destruction happened to the previous generations, whom belied their prophets, and it can happen to you too, if you do not believe. O Prophet, do not be sad about their arrogance and disbelief, nor be distressed about their hostility towards you. Allah will grant you victory over them. They say, when is the promise of destruction going to happen, if you are true? O Prophet, tell them, it is possible that part of that is near to you. Your Lord is very graceful to delay the punishment, giving them a chance to correct their behavior, but they are not thankful to that. Your Lord Allah knows what people show or hide in their hearts. There is no secret in the heavens and the earth, but is recorded in a sacred, clear book with Allah.
إن هذا القرآن يقص على بني إسرائيل أكثر الذي هم فيه يختلفون وإنه لهدى ورحمة للمؤمنين إن ربك يقضي بينهم بحكمه وهو العزيز العليم فتوكل على الله إنك على الحق المبين إنك لا تسمع الموتى ولا تسمع الصم الدعاء إذا ولوا مدبرين وما أنت بهاد العمي عن ضلالتهم إن تسمع إلا من يؤمن بآياتنا فهم مسلمون.
This Quran explains to the children of Israel, both Jews and Christians, what they were differing on. This Quran is a great guidance and mercy to the believers. Surely your Lord will rightly judge between them, the believers and disbelievers, on the day of judgment. He is the Almighty, the All-Knowing. So, O Prophet, put all of your trust in Allah. Surely you stand firmly by the perfect truth. O Prophet, indeed you cannot make the dead hear you, nor you can make the deaf hear your call when they retreat, turning their backs on you. You, Prophet, cannot guide the blind-hearted people, and you can only make those whom listen to you, whom believe in our verses, as they have surrendered in submission.
وإذا وقع القول عليهم أخرجنا لهم دابة من الأرض تكلمهم أن الناس كانوا بآياتنا لا يوقنون ويوم نحشر من كل أمة فوجا ممن يكذب بآياتنا فهم يوزعون حتى إذا جاءوا قال أكذبتم بآياتي ولم تحيطوا بها علما أم ماذا كنتم تعملون ووقع القول عليهم بما ظلموا فهم لا ينطقون ألم يروا أنا جعلنا الليل ليسكنوا فيه والنهار مبصرا إن في ذلك لآيات لقوم يؤمنون ويوم ينفخ في الصور ففزع من في السماوات ومن في الأرض إلا من شاء الله وكل أتوه داخرين وترى الجبال تحسبها جامدة وهي تمر مر السحاب صنع الله الذي أتقن كل شيء إنه خبير بما تفعلون.
When the day of judgment is due, we emerge the huge beast from the earth, one of the great signs of the day of judgment, and it will talk to people about those whom disbelieve and reject Prophet Muhammad and the Quran. On that day, we will gather the top ones of each group who mocked the prophets. They will be held first, then their followers, all lined up, and they will be kept under control. Then Allah will ask them, "Did you reject my verses and your prophets and all the signs they brought to you before you gained full knowledge about them or what you were doing?" The judgment on them will become due, because they acted wrongly, and they will not be able to speak to defend themselves. Did they not see that we have made the night for them to rest and the day to go searching for their living? Surely in this there are signs for a people whom believe. O Prophet, remind them of that day when the trumpet will be blown. Then everyone or everything in the heavens and the earth will be so terrified, except those whom Allah will save from feeling the terror, and everyone will come in complete submission to Him. You see the mountains at present assuming them as fixed forever, while on that day, and in fact they are passing away like clouds, an act of Allah, whom created everything perfect in every way. Truly, He is all aware of what you do.
من جاء بالحسنة فله خير منها
وهم من فزع يومئذ آمنون
ومن جاء بالسيئة فكبت وجوههم في النار هل تجزون إلا ما كنتم تعملون إنما أمرت أن أعبد رب هذه البلدة الذي حرمها وله كل شيء وأمرت أن أكون من المسلمين وأن أتلو القرآن فمن اهتدى فإنما يهتدي لنفسه ومن ضل فقل إنما أنا من المنذرين وقل الحمد لله سيريكم آياته فتعرفونها وما ربك بغافل عما تعملون.
Whomever comes on that day with good deeds and worshiping Allah alone, then he will have a reward better than what he has done, and he will enter paradise, and such people will be saved from the great terror. Whomever comes on that day with bad deeds and not believing in Allah alone will be dragged on his face into the hellfire, and such people will be told, "You are reaping what you were doing in the earthly life." So, O Prophet, say, "In fact, I am commanded to worship Allah alone, the Lord of the sacred town, Makkah, in which you cannot do any sin, or kill without justification, or oppress anybody, or cut a tree, or hunt an animal or bird. And I was ordered to follow Allah's command and to be one of the Muslims with total submission, to recite the Quran to people, so whomever follows the Quran's guidance is for his benefit, and to tell whomever goes astray from it that I am here only to deliver the message as a warner. Say, all the true praise is for Allah. He will soon show you his signs in yourselves, and in the heavens and the earth, and you shall recognize them. Your Lord is all aware of what you do."